Hey, what's up? It's your boy Big G, back with yet another video. If you haven't got the chance, like and subscribe and help your boy Big G the C.O become a competitor out here. You know what I'm saying? Hey, I just want to thank everybody for rocking with me and rolling with me throughout my videos. I just be coming and sharing my experience. Hope you enlighten, hope you get something from it. But I'm going to tell you something, right? It's a situation that bothers me, but it don't bother me because really, respectfully, it's not my life. But I'm going to say this, right? I'm from Harlem, New York City, but I'm sure what I'm about to say goes on all over the world. I worked at Rikers Island for about 10 years. I've seen a lot of people. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people I went to high school with. A lot of people I played basketball with. A lot of people because, going in and out of jail. I'm a correctional officer. I see, you're going through a little something. You're going up north. You're going through a bid. I know a lot of people and I see a lot of people from when I was in the streets, when I was in the gambling spot shooting dice, when I was young enough to play basketball, going to high, everything. So what gets me is, like, I'm not snitching nobody out. I'm not going, bro, however you live is however you live. But please, bro, when you walking in them streets, right, after you done did your bid, and you telling them war stories, and you telling them what you did, how many dudes you done knocked on the back, how you was running the house, how you was running the phone, nobody got nothing, nobody did this, and you was just that guy, right? It's none of my business. I'm not the one that's going to tell the truth. I'm not going to tell them if you're lying or not telling the truth. But bro, please, when I come around, please don't front on me. I'm not telling nobody nothing. I don't never tell what somebody did inside jail, especially if I see them in the street. The way I feel, when a person get locked up and knocked, they mentally got to prepare themselves for that ride, to do that time. You know what I'm saying? They ain't got really time to be worrying about what's going on in society. You better get adjusted to the life that you want to live inside here. And respectfully, you may have to do whatever it is you got to do. I don't know what that is. But time after time, I see people out here telling mad stories. I'm telling in Cleveland, Ohio, California, I'm telling it goes down. Dudes that come out and tell these humongous, crazy stories about how they was living. To get street cred, to get somebody in the town to say, yo, he really was that dude up in there. That does go a long way in the street as far as your integrity. It goes a long way as far as your reputation of respect and stuff like that. If you held yourself down like that while you was in prison. There's some people who do. I'm not going to lie. Now, a lot of people who hold themselves down like that are reckless, with disabandonment, really sometimes be people who don't have nothing to live for. When I say nothing to live for, ain't no family coming to visit them, ain't no girls, they ain't got nobody, they ain't get no packages, so they really scavenging, they really being a savage in there to try to survive. You know what I'm saying? I remember it was a mafia-related dude in there that, he was a neat freak, always kept his bed clean. When he came out to go into the day room to watch TV, he had a certain place he wanted to sit, always sprayed it down with alcohol and wiped it. And he was like one of those dons, right? So one time he got into it with a dude named Harvey over the phone. You know what I'm saying? Harvey was using his slot time for the phone. You know what I'm saying? Harvey busy begging his mother, begging somebody to send him a package, do something, because he wearing the same clothes every day. He ain't washed, he ain't got no soap, he ain't got nothing. Right? Dude got mad at him. Threatened him. Yo, you know what I'll do to you? I'll send somebody to your house to do something to your family. Threaten him and all that. Right? I'm sitting there as the conversation is going on. Right? And I'm kind of feeling bad for Harvey because this dude got everything. He Italian dude. Listen, first of all, I knew he's an Italian white guy. He wasn't going to be there long because an inmate set me straight a long time ago. I'm talking ish to an inmate, and he talking about us being oppressors and abusing black folks and black on black and Hispanics, doing this. So I tried to tell him that's not true. And he asked me one question that I had to question myself. He said, yo, G, where are all the white inmates on Rikers Island? And truth be told, throughout my career, there was a few sprinkled in there, but not long. Oh no, not long, not on Rikers Island. They shipped out to Nassau County quicker than a month. So I had to look around. It wasn't very rarely no white inmates on Rikers Island. That's neither here nor there. So now he threatens Harvey. So I'm feeling bad for Harvey because I know he really ain't got nothing. You know what I'm saying? Every now and then I give him a piece of sandwich or some shit like that, something like that. So as the day go on, you know what I'm saying? It's quiet. They playing their cards, they playing their dominoes and all kind of stuff. The next thing you know, in the back, I hear yelling and screaming. Me being a B officer, I tell my man, pop the door, let me go in here and find out what's going on. Somebody getting their ass beat, something going on. I go to the back. Harvey got the Don hemmed up, pounded him out. Now, like I told y'all, right? It's not my job, really. I could have sat there and let Harvey just finish him off. Just keep on punching him. But I didn't. Because me and Harvey was going to say, yo, I yelled at him. I told him stop that. I let him go, whatever this and he did, right? Harvey sitting there looking at me, breathing. And the dude still running his mouth. That's it. I'm going to do this and that. And before I could really stop Harvey, Harvey grabbed him, pinned his hand to the phone, stomped his hand and broke his hand. So I grabbed him. And I'm like, why you do that? He said, listen, if he ain't got no fingers, who can he call? If he ain't got no fingers, he can't use the phone. He said, the next time I'm going to rip his lips off so he can't talk to nobody. You talking to somebody in here who has nothing to live for. Fight, cut me, slash my face, $150, this, that. I don't care. I'm going to survive in here. Now, that's just one story. But what I'm trying to say is for the people who tell the story about how they was running the house, running the whole house, and people was bringing them. I got one friend of mine that he was messed up in jail. And all I did was I brought him one pack of cigarettes. You know what I'm saying? Off that one pack, he did something called juggling. Right? Juggling is like when you trade for stuff and try to get stuff and stuff like that. That's what he did. He traded, right? To the point where I came one time out in the commissary officer. It's my job to take on certain days, certain houses, go to commissary so they can shop and spend their money and get their toiletries and deodorants and Snickers and Slim Jims and all kind of stuff, right? I take this particular house to commissary. So everybody shop, everybody got their goods. On the way out, I tell them fall out in line. So I'm outside waiting for the house to come out the commissary. And they taking their time, little by little, slow by slow. They're coming out, but they're coming out, they're like, y'all taking too long. So I go in there to find out why they're taking long. Do you know my Mansky, he in there and he ain't had no money. But he had a brown paper bag and he was standing by the door. And as they was coming out, he had a list of stuff that he had each of them buying for commissary for his own commissary. Putting in his bag. You buy me 2 sodas. You buy me 2 bags of chips. And he had 2 bags coming up out of there. Now, this is my man from the town and all that stuff. I really don't condone it, but jail is jail. And I had to stop it right then and there. Bro, they're going to have to pay you what they owe you when they get back to the housing area. But that just go to show you how some people really do survive and some people really can tell that story. But for the most part, sometimes when I be coming around, you know what I'm saying? That story didn't go quite as like you told, Mike, man. You know what I'm saying? You sitting there talking about how you banged somebody out and you smacked somebody and you did all kind of craziness. And I'm sitting there like, that's not how I remember it. I remember somebody calling you down, walking up to you. You knew them from the street and without no fight. You ain't put them no fight. You just slipped them sneakers off your feet and gave them to them. You know what I'm saying? I didn't say nothing. I guess that's a debt you owed, whatever it was. That's your business. I'm just happy that you made it home in one piece. But I'm sitting there because it be bugging because people always say people live one life inside jail, but they never really tell or you're never really going to know unless you was with there. Because there's a whole bunch of guys. Now, I was with him up north. He was a bitch. He was washing people's clothes. He was this. If you let him tell it, I was knocking people out, taking people commissary, making money, doing all kind of stuff in there. All I'm trying to say, listen, if you're going to tell it, if I ain't around, because I'm listen, even if I'm around, I ain't going to correct you. But now I know exactly what people mean when people be one way in jail and be another way outside of jail, and they tell that story. I'm not even talking about whether he was in there and he had a lover and he come out here and he got a whole family and all that kind of stuff. Because the overall conception is anybody who go to prison going to do what they got to do to survive. That's the story you should be telling. That's the story you should be telling the youth. Now, are you really going to come out and tell a youth that somebody had sex with me and I did stuff to survive? I don't expect you to. But what I do expect from everybody who come from jail is to enlighten and tell anybody, especially the youth, but anybody, the horrors of being in there, the horrors of what you had to really endure. You don't have to get personal if something physically happened to you. Because even me as a CO, if you go down the timeline, I told you about the video of some little Spanish dude that's 150 pounds knocked me out, knocked me off my feet, clock, I'm right in my mouth, punched you right in my mouth, bomb. Don't care. Beat me up, break me up, put me in the hospital. I come out, I'm going to punch you in your mouth again. You understand what I'm saying? So the only thing I'm going to say is you can front if you want to. It's just that I'm not going to blow nobody up. I don't want no problems with nobody. But I'm just going to say this. 75% of people out here fronting, yes, because everybody can't be that guy. Everybody can't run the house. The people that run the house come and go. People that run the house come and go because of your court status, your court date. If you're not here, you running the phones, you get shipped out, somebody else running the phone. So you really wasn't running the phone for a long period of time. You know what I'm saying? The average inmate on Rikers Island only going to be there 2 years. Tops. But if you got a good lawyer, you're really fighting some. I've seen an inmate be there about 4 years. You there 4 years, I give it to you. Especially if you're in the same housing area. You know what I'm saying? But a lot of guys be out here fronting to their girl. They be out there fronting to their mans, because there's no verification. Guess what? Any given Sunday, my man, I'm walking verification. I saw you. I know the story. I even helped you get out a couple of jams sometime. Yeah, you even told me you couldn't live in that house and I had you moved to another house. You dig what I'm saying? Just because they was on your behind. You know what I'm saying? It's cats that signed into protective custody to get away, right? That dropped their flag. They in the town, gang banging, slinging and banging, but in there, you dropped your flag at one period of time and you was in protective custody. You was doing so much damage that your past followed you. And as a tactic, somebody from your own set faked like they dropped their flag so they too can be put in protective custody. Rikers Island got in every building, there's only like one protective custody. You dig what I'm saying? So now they in there with you and they went in there to beat your ass, to get at you. Because the gang told them to drop their flag. It was a tactic so they could get at you. You want to sign in? We're going to sign in too. And they got at you. You know what I'm saying? But now you back out here. Unless somebody can tell and attest what you did, you're doing your thing. I'm not going to say nothing to nobody about nobody. It ain't none of my business. That's why at the beginning of this video, I was like, it's kind of my business, but it's not my business to be saying how somebody rocked out in jail. You get what I'm saying? So, and this is me here in New York, all around town, Bronx, Queens, Brooklyn. I seen him do it in Brooklyn, downtown Brooklyn. I seen him when he was locked up. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna say he was a little punk, but he beasting out there. He running around best out doing craziness. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, you know how you look at somebody like, you? You know what I'm saying? But hey, it's your boy Big G All I'm trying to say, you can front if you want to. It's all right. I'm not going to blow nobody up in this, that. But I just noticed, I'm just saying my opinion, 75 to 80% believe half of what you see and none of what they tell you. And you know how that saying go? It's your boy Big G. Yo, stop fronting, my man. And I'm out.